Hey everyone, Jo here, and today let's talk about the 5 steps to becoming a magnet for money. Now, do you want a life where money comes to you with grace and ease? A life where you are not afraid of those bills arriving each and every month, and a business that is a joy to work in, but not only is it a joy to work in, it provides you with your desired level of financial freedom. Well, it is possible, and not just for other people, but for you too. You can be a money magnet. Being a money magnet might sound like an impossible task, depending on where you are right now in terms of your finances, but it is achievable. You just need to follow a few simple and consistent steps to change your mindset along with some strategy. Now, you need both the mindset and the strategy. You can't have one and not the other. They are so powerful when combined. And with the right mindset plus strategy, then you can change your financial life. And the best part is, you don't need a degree in finance to be able to do this. So, step one is decide you can be a money magnet and define how this looks for you. You need to want to become a money magnet and believe that it's possible. And one of the most important ways is to keep your mind, one of the most important ways to keep your mind from balking when you begin the mindset switch is to feel wealthy now. How do you imagine your life being as a wealthy person? Well, you start by knowing what it is that you will have in your life, what will you be doing, and who you will be. So, for example, you may believe that if you were wealthy, you drive a new car, whatever that make of car is. And then, it's going to be the car that you've always longed to drive, and there's no need to go out and buy it now. Particularly, because you can't afford it. It's not about going out and find something you can't afford. Instead, just window shop online for that car. Explore the features that you choose when you have your level of wealth needed to buy this car, and just imagine you are truly shopping for that exact car that you will buy. And you might even test drive the car to get the feel for it. And if you have a vision board, put your image of the car on there, have the image on your phone, on your computer, screensavers, and even set up a car fund at your bank. And you do this for multiple items that you want to have. It's not just for one item. So as well as the car that you would like to drive, think about where you will live, what type of house, where you'll go on holiday, and how many times a year will you actually go on holiday. So start to have a look at all these things and start putting a definition to what life will look like when you're a money magnet, when you have your desired level of financial freedom. You also want to get into the vibration of how being this level of wealth feels for you. And when we tap into those feelings, it's when we start to see things in our reality changing to match our inner belief. What will you feel like, when you have no money worries? What will you feel like when you have no debt? The more you can tap into these feelings, so not just of having the items that you want, but, doing all the other things that you want in life, then the more that you can tap into those feelings, the more you will be connected to the money magnet version of you. And step 2 is be aware of how you think about money. You need to be aware of your money story, which is just a collection of stories, really, that you have collected in your childhood and have then formed them into your facts, because that's what they are. You've interpreted them as facts, but they're your version of facts about money, and not just money, but wealth in general and abundance. And as you explore these stories, you may find that some of them just no longer make sense to you, now that you are viewing them as an adult and you've taken that time to take a step back and actually explore what beliefs or what facts, as you've interpreted them as, what have you taken from these stories from your childhood. So for these stories, along with those that are negative, so the ones that just don't make sense anymore and the ones that are just they kind of make sense to you, but they are so negative, then you can start to change the narrative that you are telling yourself about these stories. In addition, you can look at ways in which you currently sabotage your money making and other business related activities. Become aware of these sabotages so that you can easily spot them when they crop up for you, and then you can work around them using different strategies and maybe using techniques such as EFT that will help in that situation as well. Then step 3 is to understand your money DNA. Now, we each have a money personality profile, so that's what I'm talking about when I say money DNA. And understanding this profile helps you to work with your challenges so that you can put strategies in place for overcoming them. But you can also use your natural gifts and strengths in your business and other money making activities. This will allow money to flow to you with more ease. So we're talking here about dialing down the negative aspects, because each money, I use sacred money archetypes, but each archetype or personality profile will have negative aspects as well as the good stuff. So we want to dial down the negative aspects and really ramp up the good stuff. And this just allows you to bring and keep more money. So bring in and keep more, and be able to do this in a way that actually feels natural to you. So like I've said, I use the Sacred Money Archetypes tool, and my clients tell me this is a real game changer. I know it was for me in my money mindset journey. It's a real game changer in understanding how you do money. And of course, how you do money is how you do a lot of things in life. So it's not just, just learning about your personality in relation to your money, but a whole host of other things. So this really helps you to make some real changes. Step 4 is to be aware of your money blocks and work on them. So it's not just about becoming aware of your money blocks so that you can hide behind them. You actually need to work on them and overcome them. Identifying the attitudes and beliefs that you have around money and seeing how that, the ways in which those beliefs and attitudes are keeping you and your wealth small. Well, how do you do that? How do you start to identify those attitudes and beliefs? Well, you can start by doing things like noticing any resistance to checking your bank balance, being aware of when you tell your friends that you can't afford to do something that you want to do, or avoiding money conversations. And just pay attention to negative thoughts that you're having about money, such as things like, you have to work hard to get ahead. I'm sure you have lots of things that you do say to yourself about money. So it's just about becoming aware of those. And then one by one, change these to reflect your new money mindset magnetism. Consciously, you can do this by consciously choosing to smile and feel confident when signing into your online banking account. You can tell your friends that you are saving to go on that vacation that you've always wanted to go on, rather than just telling them you can't afford things. And you can find examples of people who have become millionaires or become whatever lifestyle that you're trying to achieve. And you can do that, and they've done this by following their passion. So by following them, they can set the way for you. They can provide a great example for you to work to. And if you've got any real stumbling blocks, then there are ways in which you can actually remove those limiting beliefs. And as a certified mindset coach, the technique that I favor is timeline therapy. So any therapy where you're working with your unconscious mind and you're changing your beliefs around money, you can get rid of those negative elements rather than just allowing them to keep being there time and time again. Step 5 is to take mindful action and use strategy. So, it's wise to show the universe that you mean business. And one way that you can do this is by taking action. Action that continues to make you feel great about how you are handling and growing your wealth. Some examples there are creating good money habits, such as setting up a new savings account and having a percentage of your pay automatically placed into that account each time that you have a payday in your business. You can improve your financial know-how. So read financial books to help you grow your emotional intelligence around money, watch YouTube videos and listen to podcasts. You can also adopt simple strategies to take the emotion out of dealing with your money. So in your business, this system will be similar. It's about putting profit first. So it's similar to the one that was talked about by Mike Michalowicz in the book called Profit First. But also you can use a system that is similar in your personal finances where you're going to put your net worth first. So that's about building your wealth. So to find out more about how I can help in any of these areas, then do follow the link in the narrative below to my online course, which takes you through all of these steps in detail. Or of course, you can put your own plan together based on these 5 steps. But the key here is you need to put that plan together and then actually take action. That's what's needed, not just the plan. You actually need to take the action if you are truly wanting to change your financial life. So that's it for me today. The 5 steps to changing the way that you feel and the way that you do money so that you can become a money magnet. So just to recap, 1 was decide that you can be a money magnet and put a definition to what that means to you. What does that look like for you? Step 2 was being aware of how you think about money. What are you bringing from your past into your present around money? Step 3 is understanding your money DNA, your money personality profile. 4 is to be aware of your money blocks, if you do indeed have them, and then work on removing them. And then step 5 was to take some mindful action and implement strategy. So that's it from me. See you next time.